is a psychic medium making claim to a diverse range of talents. When not contacting the dead, he lays claim to make aura readings, psychically tapping into people's energy fields to reveal significant insights about them. So I've arranged to take Joe to the Liverpool-based set of the soap opera Hollyoaks to see what the stars make of him.
Hollyoaks, isn't it?
First actor up, Chris Fountain.
Hi, Chris.
How are you?
Nice to Joe.
Nice to meet you, Chris. How are you? All right? Yeah.
Derren.
Hi,
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank
Have a seat. Thank you very much.
Do you know about the aura, the surroundings of the magnetic field? So you wouldn't have you wouldn't really know what colours I'm picking up about you, would you?
Really.
But that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it makes sense of what I want.
The most prominent colour is I'm seeing red around you at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It normally represents legal issues connected to a vehicle. I don't know if you just had some connection to a vehicle. Would that be correct?
I got a parking ticket today.
Very naughty boy, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Around
My
you.
mum don't see this now. I'm in trouble.
Say it again, sorry.
I'll be in trouble with my mum now. She sees this.
Okay.
Only person that knew about my parking ticket today was my girlfriend.
Hello. Second up, 23-year-old Anthony Quinlan.
Hi, Andy. I'm Joe. How are you? All right. Nice to meet you. You're all right.
Have a seat.
Originally, when you've just walked in, I was going to say you were one of 3, and then I dropped it to 2. How many is in your family?
There's only one.
Okay, and I just want to take you back a little bit. Was there an incident with an accident with a bike?
I really can't think.
Okay, if I took you back to around 14,
I really can't think.
okay, keep thinking for me. Okay, now I am aware of a lady coming through here connected to a grandmother. Would there be 3 sisters?
Yeah.
Yes, because she is standing directly behind you now. Okay, and she wants to congratulate you on what you're doing at this present time. Okay, she's just disappeared and she's just gone. Thanks very much for speaking to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
How did you find that?
Just amazing, absolutely. That's the only thing I wanted to hear you say. That's the only thing I wanted to hear you say.
She was there for you.
That's mental. That is mental.
I'm absolutely shattered.
It's been suggested that I try the next one.
Come on, Derren.
OK. Time for a spot of non-psychic mind reading. And my sitter is the instantly arresting Claire Cooper.
How are you?
Nice
All
to meet you.
right.
I'm good,
Nice to
thank
meet
you.
you.
Look amazing.
Thank you.
OK, so one of the reasons why I've avoided pretending to be psychic during my career is that I sort of find it a bit embarrassing and a bit excruciating telling people how they should be or what's going to happen to them, because I think all those things are not helpful to tell people. So I'm just to give myself permission to do this, because otherwise I'll feel bad. But anyway, what I see in you is a soft centre with a very hard armour shell on the outside. Does that make any sense to you, first of all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. OK. Relationship-wise, as I'm saying this, you're thinking back to a recent relationship that I think was troubled and was difficult and was lovely, but when it ended, there was a lot of heartbreak at the end. We went on holiday with this guy, and it was a lovely time, but it didn't solve what this thing was. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is it the Maldives?
Yes.
Yes.
It
Lovely.
was.
Never been there, but it's that image I got of pockets of sand and lots of water.
Yeah.
It was the only image I have of it. You move on from that. You wouldn't have dogs. You'd have cats. Yes. And they would be, I think, quite nice pedigree cats. I think you'd probably go for a sort of bluey, silvery, those sorts of things. I don't know much about. I'm a dog person, but does that connect?
Yes,
yeah.
it does, yeah.
OK. Then that's all. That's all I think I can say.
Thank you.
Can you tell me your thoughts on that? We've been asking people afterwards what.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Was it?
Yeah, really impressed. I've got 2 British blue cats. That's really amazing you picked up on that, especially the colour. And, yeah, I've kind of broke off a relationship recently.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the Maldives, but it was kind of all a bit, So, yeah.
How did you feel?
I don't do it very often because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not remotely psychic at all, but I find there's an interesting crossover between what I do and what Joe does and
How old are you, Claire?
28.
Did you have a Mini at one time?
I've got one now.
You've got one now, you drive a Mini.
Yeah.
And your cat has the paw okay on one of them. There's been a little bit of bother.
Mishka had a problem with one of her paws, one of her claws.
But I like to come up with facts.
Thank you so much. I know we've kept you for too long.
It's absolutely fine. Thank you for having me. Nice to meet you.
I forgot to say about the affair.
What affair?
Oh, it doesn't matter, forget it.
No, tell me. No, tell me. You can't do that.
No, go on, keep going.
We'll leave that for another time.
No, don't leave
You
it,
just
don't
keep
leave it.
travelling in your Mini. So
It's
basically,
fab.
I could have just been picking that up from the auric field, which it's stored within the magnetic field, and I wouldn't be a person that would leave you in limbo thinking you were, something was going on.
No, but you were, because you were just going to say, don't think about the affair, and then you're going to
No, because you were putting me on the spot, Darren.
No, you said that yourself, and you
Darren.
were going to leave
Yeah.
her in limbo on that. So.
No, I wasn't.
As long as you got your hits, but that was quite a nasty thing to say.
It's not hits. It's
Well, no, but
facts.
it is, because
It's facts.
As soon as I say that, you bring it back to, but
It's
I was quite
facts.
good, wasn't I?
It's facts.
But thank you again. Sorry to
Pleasure.
put you through all that. It's
It's all right.
Excellent. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. Thank
And
you.
you as well.
Mwah. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye, Claire.
Bye.
By observing you today, there is no doubt is that you are not working on a
Psychic level.
level.
She's going to go away from that. She could have gone away from that, believing I was psychic. I think if I'd have told her I was psychic, she'd have believed that. And I could have given her some advice. I could have framed it in terms of a spirit telling me these things, a grandmother telling me these things, rather than me sort of being a bit more honest about how I was getting it.
The difference
Same.
between me and you,
Yeah.
I come up with facts.
Just shows that every psychic's different and they work very, very differently. And I think Derren is psychic. I think he is.
First thing I picked up as soon as I got to your front door was a gentleman, but I feel it is a father-in-law in the spirit world. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
As soon as I got...
Joe's certainly quick out of the psychic starting blocks, making an instant connection with the spirit world.